Hello, beloved Nigerians. I am Kenneth Okonkwo, the presidential spokesperson, Labour Party Obi Dati Presidential Campaign Council. I want to thank the Almighty God for His benevolence on this divine movement for a new Nigeria, for giving us the mercy that helped us to campaign in the whole of the 36 states and the FCT without major casualties. Not because the threats and dangers were not there, but because God's mercy was upon us, and we are grateful to the Almighty God. I want to thank you for your prayers and support for this movement, without which we wouldn't have come this far. You are the obedient movement. You are the divine movement, and God will bless you all. In the election of February 25th, we have clear choices between light and darkness, between the young and the old, between the corrupt and the incorruptible. Nigeria is about to make one of the most critical decisions in our political journey. I want to plead with you that we will choose right, so that we and our generation yet unborn will witness a new Nigeria. Obi Dati have committed themselves to the theme in their pact with Nigerians, to the theme of creating a new Nigeria, to the vision of a secure, united, productive, and prosperous country, to the mission of stopping the deterioration of our beloved country and redirecting our country to the path of prosperity and sustainable development. Every Nigerian is aware that this beloved country, with vast arable land, with vast coastal line, with vast marine resources, human resources, capital, is deteriorating into extreme misery, poverty, fuel scarcity, unemployment, corruption, deprivation, degradation, extreme state collapse is staring us in the face, because these aged politicians have built a structure of criminality, of corruption, of illegality, of confusion, of impunity, with which they want to continue to exploit us, to divide us, to govern us. Nigeria is not bereft of good governance plans, policies, and ideas. What we are lacking is competent and honest leadership, lack of political will, and institutional weaknesses, which have combined to ensure that those policies, plans, and strategies are poorly implemented, leading to poor outcomes. Obi Dati of Labour Party has committed themselves to providing a new brand of transformative and purposeful leadership, which will be effective, responsive, responsible, less transactional, efficient, and effective. This is what we need now. They have the commensurate capacity, competence, character, creativity, commitment, credibility, consistency, comprehension, communication, compassion to deliver this country from the shackles of bondage to a new Nigeria. We have three choices facing us. In 1984-85, President Buhari lined up 3 youths of Nigeria and shot them for drug trafficking and other drug-related offenses. At that same time, the presidential candidate of APC was negotiating terms of settlement with the United States government and agreed to pay them $460,000 as settlement for his involvement in drug trafficking so that he will not go to jail personally. Northern District Court of Illinois, United States. The certified true copy of the document is out there. If Buhari, after killing these 3 youths, hands over to a drug baron, convicted drug baron, when he reaches God, he will answer to him. The PDP presented a candidate who confessed that he is corrupt and was using special purpose vehicles for corruption, meaning establishing phony companies with which they will use to pay consultancy fees, non-existent, which they will siphon for their personal use. Our common patrimony was used to feed the insatiable appetite for corruption of these politicians. Corrupt person. President Buhari sent corrupt politicians within 1984 and 1985 to long jail terms, some 200 years. If he should hand over to a corrupt politician, when he meets God, he will answer to God. Because we are talking about consistency. These things happened in the past, and it's obvious from the revelations that are coming that these men have not changed. You don't learn to be left-handed in the old age. We have a choice of Peter Obi. Peter Obi has been the governor of Anambra State and has not been invited by any anti-corruption agency to be questioned for 1 day. He took a state that was worst in everything and transformed it, and it became the best in everything. Within 8 years, he inherited 35 billion naira debt in Anambra State. He transformed it and achieved everything he needed to achieve and left a surplus of 75 billion naira to his successor and $150 million to his successor. He made Anambra State the safest state in Nigeria by the confession of Muhammad Abubakar, the Inspector General of Police, who said no successful bank robbery took place during the regime of Peter Obi in Anambra State. He chased away all the kidnappers and demolished them and their buildings. Anambra was the safest state in Nigeria. He changed the academic records of Anambra from coming last to coming first. The United Nations Development Program scored him first in achieving the Millennium Development Goals. He was rated first by Dr. Magnus Pakol, the DG of NAPEP, established by PDP, as a man who reduced the poverty rate in Anambra State to be least throughout Nigeria. The unemployment rate least in Anambra State. This is a man that is incorruptible. This is the face of the new Nigeria. And he has promised an honest and competent leadership to deliver on his 7 priorities, which is securing and uniting Nigeria, ending banditry, insurgency, and terrorism, and uniting Nigeria by making sure that he recognizes our diversity, leaving nobody behind. He will shift emphasis from consumption to production by running a production-centered economy driven by agrarian revolution and export-oriented industrialization. He will restructure Nigeria through effective legal and institutional reforms to stop and fight aggressively corruption, entrench rule of law, to entrench honest and efficient civil service and plug the wastages. He will leapfrog Nigeria out of oil dependency to the fourth industrial revolution through scientific and technological innovations to create digital economy. He will build world-class and expansive physical infrastructure to ensure efficient power supply, air, road, rail, transportation, pipeline network through integrated public-private sector integration and entrepreneurial public sector governance. He will enhance the human capital of the youths for productivity and global competitiveness. And he will do that through world-class research and vocational education, entrepreneurship education, scholarships, to make sure that our youths are gainfully engaged. And he will ensure robust foreign policy that is Afrocentric in nature and will restore Nigerian strategic relevance in the international community. These are what he is bringing to bear. Nigerians should avoid men who ought to be in prison because of their drug-related activities and corrupt practices, and vote for men who should be in the presidency for a new Nigeria. P2B Dati will recreate this country through you. You are the structures of this movement. Let us go on Saturday and vote for Labour Party, for LP, Papa, Mama, Pikin, having 3 persons, a family in the logo. You thumbprint with this finger to make sure that it doesn't touch the 2 lines. May we sleep on Saturday and wake up in a new Nigeria that will usher in the most powerful superpower nation on earth with Obi and Dati. God bless you for listening to me, and thank you once more. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We love you. Thank you.